The cold and flu season is officially here.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, Jordan?
I mean, listen, mine's here. I haven't had cough. I haven't had anything here. It's just all
in this area,
yeah,
but it is going around.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, when cold and flu season starts to creep in, a lot of us fall back on those home remedies or the old wives' tales to fight it. But do they actually work?
Yeah, that's right. So this morning, we are actually separating fact from fiction for you. We're already debating some of it ourselves here. And here to talk about that is Dr. Payal Kohli. Dr. Kohli, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, let's talk about old wives' tale. Let's separate fact from fiction with cold and flu remedies. First of all, we're told to take vitamin C if you feel a cold coming on.
Do you do this, Jordan?
I do vitamin C regularly. I do a lot of things regularly, though. So
okay,
that's, yeah.
So let's talk about that. So that's fiction. Taking vitamin C when you feel a cold coming on is not going to do anything to reduce your infectious risk, nor will it shorten your symptoms. But someone like you who takes vitamin C all the time, those people can actually reduce their duration of symptoms by about half a day to a day, but it's only if you've been taking it all the time, because it does boost our immune function. So just popping some pills when you feel the cold, not going to do much, but if you are a regular vitamin C user, it can help. It also helps people who are athletes, or if you're in extreme climates, like extremely cold weather, then it potentially has some benefits.
So emergency, really nothing?
Unless you're doing emergency all the time.
Goodness. Okay, this is another one that both of us do, but we do it differently.
Yeah.
Zinc shortens the duration of a cold.
Okay, so the jury is out on this one. And if you look at the scientific data, in 1984, they did an experiment where they gave people zinc, and most of them actually had a shorter duration of cold by about 2 to 3 days.
Oh.
So it shortened the duration of cold by about 33%. Almost every person had side effects. And they tried to replicate that experiment many years later, and it didn't work. And the idea here was that zinc reduces replication of the rhinovirus, which is one of the most common viruses that causes cold. And it also boosts our T cell function, which is a type of immune cell. So the fact that they couldn't replicate it, most doctors aren't recommending it. If you are going to take it, though, here's some caveats. Take it early in the onset of symptoms. Use lozenges. Do not use nasal sprays, because those have been linked to permanent loss of smell. And make sure you keep the dose lower, because too heavy a dose can cause toxicity and side effects.
Okay, what about ginger? Does that help?
So that helps treat the symptoms. It doesn't treat the virus.
Okay.
So be clear on that. A lot of people think that ginger is an antiviral. It's an anti-inflammatory. It helps reduce nausea, and it's obviously very soothing as well to take. So I love a cup of ginger tea when I'm under the weather, but it's mainly just to make myself feel better. So if you don't feel better having the ginger, you don't have to take it.
Kind of like that chicken noodle soup thing. I feel like you want that.
But the symptoms are a big part of it. Like, soothe my symptoms as much as possible.
Right. And chicken noodle soup is great. I love that for many reasons. One, because it's very hydrating. It's full of electrolytes. It has a lot of good nutrition, and it's really easy to digest. So sometimes I even just do the broth without even the noodles or the pieces of meat in it, because it replenishes a lot of the things that our body needs to fight the infection. But again, you're kind of soothing your symptoms, but you're also giving your body the nutrition that it needs while it's fighting the cold.
All right, feed a cold, starve a fever.
I just was repeating. I was like,
goes,
I was just trying to think about this yesterday.
So are you feeding your cold, or?
I'm starving myself, period. We all know I like to eat.
It's a bad idea. Do not chase the symptoms or the fever. You want to eat to appetite, and you actually want to dial back your eating, even though it sounds a little counterintuitive when you're sick, because your body is so busy fighting the infection, you don't want it to divert the blood flow to your stomach by eating a big piece of steak or something really heavy to digest, because we know many of those drugs can also cause side effects. So I would say follow your appetite, but make sure you stay hydrated. And the way to know if you're staying hydrated is you should be going to the bathroom to pee every 2 to 3 hours, and your urine should be light yellow or clear.
All right, we'll check. How many times have I run out on commercial break today?
Many times.
It's been nice.
Yes.
3 hours.
I want to get through some more of these because I think they're really, really interesting. Going out with wet hair or not enough warm clothes will give you a cold.
So this is actually partially true.
Really?
Yes, and it's not because it actually causes the cold, but it's for people who've already been exposed to an infection. It turns down their immune system so that the virus is more likely to take hold. And because when you're cold, a few things happen. The blood vessels in your nose can constrict, so you're not actually sending as many infection-fighting cells to your nose. And then secondly, your immune system in general gets a little lazy when it's cold, because your body goes into like a fight or flight response, and it's not really doing a good job protecting you. So wet hair or not enough warm clothes can turn down your immune system so that if you've been exposed, then it'll take hold on you.
That makes sense.
All right, let's say you have a sore throat. I do not have a sore throat, but hot tea with honey, does that help?
Very much so. And that's because honey itself has antimicrobial properties and local anti-inflammatory properties, in addition to coating the mucosa. So when you think about what's happening when you have a sore throat, you think about like a cracked throat, like your mucosa is cracked, there's inflammation, there's swelling. And the honey helps to soothe all of that. The hot tea also helps to reduce that inflammation. I don't want to make it too hot because that can actually exacerbate the symptoms. But if it's kind of lukewarm to warm, that's a really nice way to help soothe your throat. And again, get those fluids in as well.
That's what I was going to ask you. Sometimes it says like, don't put honey in, like don't warm up honey. I don't know the reasoning for that because a lot of people put honey in hot tea, but is that bad?
So you shouldn't warm up the tea with the honey. So don't boil the honey because that can change the chemical properties of it. But once you boil the water,
Then put the honey in.
yes, and let it cool just a little because you don't want to drink hot boiling water
Okay.
when you're under the weather. But then you put the little bit of honey in it, and it just creates a really nice mixture to soothe your throat. I like that one too for myself. So some hot tea for you a little later
good
today.
ones.
Yeah, I don't have a sore throat. It's all like,
there.
what do you do if it's just right here?
So then that's where steam irrigation really helps.
Okay.
Be really careful about obviously burning your skin, but doing steam irrigation helps to loosen up a lot of those secretions, and it can actually mobilize some of that mucus. So what we have is, you know, mucus kind of stuck in there. You want to try to get it out. I'm not a huge fan of the neti pot when you're sick. I think all it does is release more of those.
Especially if you don't clean it properly.
Right.
Ew.
And it can
Yeah.
expose
Oh,
you
yeah.
to fungus and all kinds of other.
That was a whole
Yes.
news headline. A lot of people were getting sick off of that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Severely sick. So you're
Yes.
absolutely right about that. So don't stick things in there. But if you're going to do some steam irrigation as a way to mobilize the secretions, clear your nose out, I really like that.
Yeah, cool.
Great tips. I love this one. It's been super fun. Dr. Kohli, thank you.